Thank you so much for joining us on Design TV today. I'm Avi Rajagopal, Editor-in-Chief of Metropolis, and I'm here today to introduce you to a beautiful new collection from Samuel Heath, who are creators of British manufactured faucets, showers, bath accessories, and door and window furniture. Joining me today to talk about the 100 collection is Stephen Hardy, who is the National Sales Manager USA for Samuel Heath. Stephen, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Avi. Thanks for having me. It's good to be with you.
So Stephen, we're here today to talk about the 100 collection, and I hear it has a really special connection to Samuel Heath's own history. So tell us about the inspiration behind the collection.
Absolutely, yeah. So just to give you a bit of context, Avi, the Samuel Heath were established in 1820 as a British manufacturer out of Birmingham, England. And our factory address is actually at 100 Leopold Street, Birmingham, England. And that's really where the main inspiration is drawn for our new collection, which is called the 100 collection. It's a real play on our factory address, which we've been based from, and we've been manufacturing products for 2 centuries. The 100 collection really is a celebration of the very best of British design. And there's a lot of inspiration that's come from really studying and researching and looking at other key iconic luxury British brands across different industries.
And you can definitely see that there's just so much in the collection that's about legacy. It's about really distinctive British design, engineering, so many beautiful details, the combination of materials, the knurling, just really gorgeous details. Can you talk about the different styles or aesthetics within the collection?
Sure. Just to lead in a little bit, obviously, a lot of people are familiar with the fact that the UK's had a long-standing reputation for very fine products and luxury experiences. And during the research and development phase of the 100 collection, we really did look to other brands, as I previously mentioned, in the luxury sector that really are known for cutting-edge design and engineering. So just to give a couple of examples, Aston Martin, for example, luxury British car maker we're all familiar with. They were established in 1813. Bentley Motors, also produced in a similar region to where Samuel Heath manufactures in England, established in 1919. And then we also looked at the fashion industry, in particular Burberry, which is obviously a prominent British brand, established in 1856. And we took design cues from a lot of the cutting edge design that had been produced across these brands. For an example, the 100 spout at a side profile for a lavatory faucet is it really mirrors the hood lines from an Aston Martin car, for example. So there's really some nice synergies there between what others have done on the British design side, and we've tried to incorporate that into this collection. What's really nice with 100 is that there are 2 sides to the collection. You've got one sort of design aesthetic, which is sort of more timeless, refined, and elegant, and that's characterized by the wing lever and metal roundel controls. And then you've got a second sort of side to the collection, which is characterized by a more luxurious, glamorous, and opulent design. And we bring in crystals that are available in a black crystal or clear, and there's also a luxe lever available for that side of the collection. And one real interesting sort of design inspiration on the luxe lever in the 100 collection, the inspiration actually came from a cricket bat design, which is obviously a very long-established, long-standing sport in the UK and around the world. So it's kind of a cool point of where that inspiration comes, even tying into sports in the country.
So lots of echoes of all things British and beautiful within this collection. Just beautiful lines. It's so refined, so sophisticated. But what was surprising to me is that there's also plenty of opportunity for designers who select these products for their projects to put their own special touch on the collection, right?
Absolutely, yeah, you're completely correct, Avi. There's so much depth and customization that you can achieve with the 100 collection, and that mainly comes through obviously the different handle options, but also the sheer amount of finishes that you're able to mix together within a given product. There's actually 55 different combinations of finishes and handle options within the collection for designers and architects to play around with. So just to maybe give an example for maybe a more contemporary aesthetic, the designer may choose to go with a mixed finish of a brushed nickel and a matte black chrome accent. They might want to lean more towards a sophisticated look, for example, and they might go with a brushed gold with city bronze accents in that situation. Or maybe they're doing a powder room and they want to glam the product up a little bit. They might go to the look side of the collection and bring in some crystal, maybe some antique gold or polished nickel with gloss black chrome accents, and really make a statement piece. So there really is so much you can sort of use to play around with within the collection to tailor it to different projects and different styles.
That's incredible. You know, it has such a strong source, such a strong inspiration. It's so clearly visible, all the references within the collection, and yet it's so versatile. And as you can say, it can be mixed and matched and customized, and really has so many options for all the needs that one might have on, you know, a project. And of course, this depth, this range of customization, but also, you know, those really fine design details are possible because every product at Samuel Heath is still assembled by hand. So clearly your manufacturing, you know, which is of course absolutely appropriate for a collection that's inspired by your own history, your manufacturing is at the core of what makes this collection so special. So tell us a little bit about how you make products at Samuel Heath.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a part of the business that I really enjoy talking about, because it really is what sets us apart within the industry. Our manufacturing story and our manufacturing capabilities are really fantastic. Samuel Heath's what's known as a fully integrated manufacturing company. And what I mean by that is we control every aspect of the manufacturing process. In fact, the first thing that you'll see when you walk in the doors of 100 Leopold Street, the factory in the UK, is brass. Brass in different lengths, sizes, circumferences. And this is our base material. This is what we've manufactured from for 2 centuries in all different products over the years. And we source the best possible brass that's available, typically from Northern Europe. And you really feel the quality of the material we do use when you pick up a Samuel Heath product. It feels the weight of it, high quality. You can really feel the base material there. What's really nice about the factory too is it's a really nice mix of hand-skilled labor mixed with the latest technology. So we still employ a lot of hand-skilled labor techniques and machinery, but we have invested heavily in CNC machinery, more notably, which really is responsible for shaping very precisely different components of brass. So just to sort of give you a quick summary of the manufacturing cycle, it typically starts off with shaping the brass components, which is either done through older techniques like hot stamping, where brass pieces are heated up to high temperatures and then stamped into different shapes, or through CNC machining, which sculpts brass pieces and puts screw holes in and just different shapes, etc. From there, it moves on to polishing, and every single Samuel Heath product is hand polished. And this is such a critical part of our manufacturing process because it really prepares the brass for plating. And it's really, the polishing cycle is really responsible for the quality of the final finish. It can take about 10 years, believe it or not, for a polisher to become fully proficient in polishing. It's such a skilled trade. And we have some fantastic tradesmen within the factory to do our polishing for us. So from polishing, it moves into plating. We have our own in-house plating facility. Each product goes through about 27 different plating processes. And then from there, as you alluded to, it is hand assembled. All products are assembled by hand by tradesmen and women within the factory. And then it goes to wrap and pack before it's then distributed around the world to our customers. And what's really nice about that whole process is the fact that we control it means we can check quality at every juncture of the process. So we believe when a Samuel Heath product leaves our factory in England, it is to the highest quality and highest specification that it possibly can be, because it's been checked throughout the whole production cycle.
How special that you have this 100 collection that evokes the legacy of your brand, that celebrates, you know, the richness, the sophistication of British design, but really leverages, you know, the manufacturing capabilities, the real sense and attention to quality that you have at Samuel Heath. So it's just a perfect, beautiful encapsulation of everything that makes Samuel Heath so special. Is there anything else that architects and designers should know while considering the 100 collection for their next project? How can they find out more about the collection or even your other products?
Yeah, sure. So I think the main thing to stress, and just to summarize, is obviously we produce a product of extreme high quality that's really built for longevity. That's what we really strive for, a product that's going to last a lifetime. And we also pride ourselves on being an environmentally friendly manufacturer. We put a lot of emphasis on recycling brass material throughout the production process, which is a big deal these days and something that we really want to keep up at the factory. Obviously, in these challenging pandemic times, there's been huge pressures on the supply chain, which has resulted in some very long lead times in the industry, not just bathroom and hardware, but the interior industry in general. But because of the way Samuel Heath has been set up, we really haven't suffered from that side of things, because we haven't been reliant on other people making product for us. We control everything, and it's right there, and it goes through our production processes. So our lead times have really stayed extremely fast throughout to delivery throughout the world and the US market, even for specialist finishes. So I would stress to designers and architects that please do look to Samuel Heath on high-end residential projects where there's a bit of a time crunch and you might not quite be getting the right lead times elsewhere. We can deliver very quickly. Our factory is very responsive and reactive to the market, especially the US market, which can be extremely demanding at times. Our factory is well set up to really deliver quickly. The 100 collection, just to answer your question there, you can find that across the United States dealer network, and also dealers across the world. They will have it on display now in quite some depth, showing the different finishes and setups. And please look for our dealers to go in and see the product, because it is really stunning. The website is also a good resource, www.samuel-heath.com. What's nice about that is you can go into the 100 collection and you can go into a faucet or a shower set or a tub filler, an accessory, and you can actually build it up in different finishes and handle combinations and visualize how it looks in the different setups, which is great. Another thing I'd like to stress is we really do encourage the use of product samples and finish booklets for designers and architects. I think at this level of design, and for the clientele that we work with, they want to see, feel, and touch our product. And we are really open to designers and architects reaching out to ask for samples, whether it be to us directly or through our showroom dealers. And then finally, I'd encourage everyone to follow our social media channels. We produce some great content, in particular on our Instagram, which is @SamuelHeathOfficial. You can find lifestyle inspiration images and further insight into the factory to learn more about what we're all about.
Thank you so much, Stephen. For everybody who's watching us today, the 100 collection is truly spectacular. I encourage you to go to your nearest Samuel Heath dealer and look at it in person. And of course, as Stephen said, you can always order samples and look at finishes as well. So please explore the collection. It is absolutely spectacular and really represents the very finest in British design and engineering. Thank you so much again, Stephen, for joining us today. And thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you, Avi.